You've seen the claims. This penny is worth $1 million. This quarter can make you rich overnight. But is it true? The truth is, most of it is completely fake. Exaggerated prices, misleading hype. That's what we're here to expose. Welcome to Rare Coin Collecting. We reveal the real value, real history, and true rarity of coins that actually matter. From wheat pennies to rare state quarters. We cover it all with facts, not fiction. We explore coins in detailed series, one country at a time. And right now, we're focused on rare US coins. Subscribe now and discover the truth behind the coins.
People online love to shout about this coin, claiming it's worth thousands, even millions. They flash big numbers, show you pictures of quarters they say are rare, and act like all you have to do is dig in your pocket and you're instantly rich. But here's the truth. 99% of those videos leave out the details that actually matter to collectors, investors, and serious buyers. And without those details, you could easily mistake an ordinary coin for a jackpot. Or worse, sell the real treasure without even knowing it. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about coins in modern U.S. history, the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. And we're not just going to skim the surface. We're going to uncover the real history, the genuine rare varieties, how to tell if you have one, what makes them valuable, and the dangerous traps collectors fall into. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll see this coin in a completely different light. Let's start with some context. The Wisconsin Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs in American history, running from 1999 to 2008. Each state got its own design, and Wisconsin's quarter was released. In 2004, on the reverse, you've got a cow, a round of cheese, and an ear of corn, a nod to the state's farming and dairy heritage. The design was clean, simple, and nothing about it seemed unusual at first. But then in late 2004 and early 2005, collectors in the Midwest started noticing something strange. Some Wisconsin quarters had an extra little detail on that ear of corn, what looked like an additional leaf. And here's where things get interesting. There weren't just one, but two unusual versions. One with what became known as the extra leaf low, a small extra leaf pointing downward toward the cheese, and another with an extra leaf high, where the extra leaf curves upward. These weren't just artistic touches. They were die varieties, meaning the actual coin dies used to strike. The quarters had been altered, intentionally or accidentally. To this day, the U.S. Mint has never officially confirmed whether it was a genuine error, a rogue engraver's prank, or an accidental result of die polishing and re-engraving. That mystery has fueled decades of collector interest. Now the mint mark is where things get even narrower. We're talking about the 2004 D struck at the Denver Mint. That's the only place these extra leaf varieties appeared. Philadelphia minted Wisconsin quarters don't have them. And of the hundreds of millions of Wisconsin quarters minted, only a fraction have the extra leaf. That's why they're so sought after. But, and this is the part the hype videos skip, condition is king. If your coin has the extra leaf but it's scratched up, worn, or has been through years of pocket change circulation, its value drops sharply. On the other hand, coins in mint state, meaning nowhere at all, can bring serious money. And here's where the highest recorded sales come in. The extra leaf high variety has reached the high end at auction in pristine grades, and the extra leaf low has done the same. The exact highest price for a certified mint state example has stunned collectors. But you'll notice it's always for coins graded by PCGS or NGC, not just random eBay listings. So how do you know if you've got the real deal? First, flip your Wisconsin quarter to the reverse and zoom in on that ear of corn. If there's no extra leaf and it's the regular design, if there's an extra piece protruding downward, that's the low variety. If it curves upward, that's the high variety. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Your eyes alone might miss it. And beware of fakes. Yes, people have actually tried to engrave extra leaves into ordinary Wisconsin quarters to scam buyers. You can often spot these because the added leaf will have a rough texture. uneven depth, or visible tool marks under magnification. If you do find one, don't clean it. That's one of the fastest ways to destroy its collector value. Instead, handle it by the edges only. And if you think it's valuable, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it, assign it a grade, and give it the official holder that protects it from damage. Now let's talk about the collector market. These coins have a huge demand among state, quarter enthusiasts, and error variety specialists. The fact that the cause of the extra leaf remains unexplained keeps them exciting. They also appeal to newer collectors because they're modern, coins you can still find in circulation. Though your odds are low, most have already been cherry-picked over the last 20 years. And if you're thinking about selling, timing and venue matter. Listing a raw coin on eBay might get you a quick sale, but you'll likely get far less than if it's graded and auctioned through a major numismatic house like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. That's where serious bidders go, and where the highest public sales happen. But remember, high auction prices aren't the average. They're for coins in the absolute top condition. One more collector tip: the Wisconsin extra leaf quarters are often found in rolls and bags from the Denver Mint's original distribution. If you ever come across an unopened roll of 2004D Wisconsin quarters, that's worth checking. The odds are still slim, but far better than random pocket change. In the end, the 2004D Wisconsin State Quarter is more than just a farm scene with a cow and some cheese. It's a mystery, a challenge, and a collector's prize that proves even modern pocket change can hold secrets. And while not every one of these coins will make you rich, knowing exactly what to look for and how to protect it could turn a casual find into a collector's treasure. This is rare coin collecting, and we're here to keep the hype in check and the facts front and center. If you're an investor, a collector, a buyer, or a seller, and you want the real story behind the coins that matter, make sure you stick with us. The next coin we cover might just be sitting in your change jar right now. They say some coins hide their value in plain sight, and the 2004 Wisconsin P State Quarter is a perfect example. On the surface, it looks like every other coin in your pocket change. But certain varieties of this quarter have turned ordinary finds into serious collector treasures. And if you've been paying attention to coin news over the years, you know this one's got a twist, literally, right on the corn. Now, before we dive into the incredible details, let's address the hype. You've probably seen posts or videos claiming the Wisconsin quarter is worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even $1 million. That's simply not true. The reality is much more interesting and potentially still profitable if you know exactly what to look for. The Wisconsin P Quarter was released in 2004 as part of the U.S. Mint's wildly popular 50 State Quarters program. The design features a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn, a nod to Wisconsin's strong dairy and agricultural heritage. The P Mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, and over 226 million were made. That high mintage alone means most examples are worth only face value, unless they carry one of the rare errors or varieties. And here's where it gets fascinating. There are two well-known extra leaf varieties on the corn, the extra leaf low and the extra leaf high. These weren't intentional. Most experts believe they were the result of dye damage, or a late-stage modification during production. In both cases, an extra leaf appears near the bottom of the corn, either positioned lower or higher than normal. The low variety has the leaf drooping downward, while the high variety has it angled upward. Now, how does this impact value? In top mint state grades, these error quarters have sold for eye-popping sums. The highest auction price for a 2004 P Wisconsin extra leaf low in MS67 came in at $6,000, and for the extra leaf high in MS67, it reached $5,000. Even in circulated grades, these varieties can bring in $50 to several $100s depending on condition. Regular strike coins without the error are worth face value unless they're in superb uncirculated grades, where they might fetch $10, $20. When it comes to selling, your best bet is to have the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable third-party grading service, like PCGS or NGC. This isn't just about getting a slab for the sake of display. Grading locks in the condition and legitimacy, which collectors trust. Many buyers, especially in the U.S. market, won't touch raw high-value varieties without certification. On the buying side, caution is key. Fake extra leaf coins exist, made by altering normal coins with engraving tools. They often have sloppy or unnatural leaf shapes. Comparing your coin side by side with verified images from trusted sources is crucial before making a purchase. And remember, value drops dramatically if the coin is cleaned. Which brings me to cleaning. Don't do it. Ever. Even gentle rubbing can leave microscopic scratches that destroy a coin's luster. Collectors value originality over shine. A coin with natural toning and no cleaning will always command more respect and more money than a bright, polished one. Now, if you're lucky enough to find one of these Wisconsin P quarters with the extra leaf variety, you'll want to store it properly. Use a non-PVC flip or an airtight capsule to protect it from humidity, oils, and accidental handling damage. If you suspect it could grade high, don't even attempt to remove dirt. Leave that to the professionals during conservation. For most people, the thrill of the Wisconsin P quarter comes from the treasure hunt itself. Checking your change, bankrolls, and old coin jars can be exciting when you know what to look for. And with millions of these coins still in circulation, your odds of finding one aren't zero, especially if you're consistent. This is exactly the kind of numismatic knowledge we focus on here at Rare Coin Collecting, separating fact from fiction, exposing the hype, and helping you understand what truly drives value. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, and you're serious about learning what matters in the U.S. coin market, you're in the right place. Keep your eyes sharp, your coins original, and your standards high. That's how you find and keep in real value. People online love to claim the Wisconsin a silver-proof quarter is some kind of overnight millionaire maker. You'll see headlines saying it's worth tens of thousands just because it's a silver coin. Well, that's not exactly the truth. Let's break this one down, and by the end, you'll know exactly what makes this quarter truly valuable and what's just hype. The Wisconsin State Quarter was released in 2004 as part of the 50-state Quarters program. The silver-proof version, the one with that bright, mirror-like finish, was struck at the San Francisco Mint with 90% silver. It's the one we call the S silver-proof, and it was never released into general circulation. That means you wouldn't find it in your change unless someone accidentally spent one. These were made for collectors only. Now here's where the story takes a twist. The regular Wisconsin quarter became famous for the extra leaf varieties with the high leaf and low leaf errors. But most people don't realize these error varieties were found only on coins minted in Denver for circulation, not on the S silver-proofs. So if you've seen a listing claiming a Wisconsin silver-proof with an extra leaf error is worth thousands, that's a straight-up mix of misinformation and wishful thinking. So what's the real value? In normal collector markets, a standard 2004 S Wisconsin silver-proof in perfect PR70 decam grade has sold for as high as $525 at public auction. That's the top-end price recorded, and it's for the absolute highest grade possible, graded by a major third-party service like PCGS or NGC. If yours is PR69 decam, you might see it sell for much less, closer to $40-50 in most cases. Raw ungraded coins are often around $20 to $25. Here's where grading becomes critical. If you're holding a raw coin, the only way it'll hit those top-tier prices is if you send it to a reputable grading service and it comes back. For a CD cam, that's perfection. No flaws under 5x magnification. And remember, proof coins are graded differently than circulation strikes, so hairlines, spotting, or haze can knock your grade way down. As for selling, serious collectors and dealers in silver proofs will pay top dollar, but only if you can prove authenticity in grade. That means either keeping it in the original U.S. Mint packaging with its KOA, or having it in a certified slab from PCGS or NGC. Selling on eBay is possible, but be ready for fees, shipping risk, and picky buyers who want flawless coins. Coin shows and local dealers are also options, but they may offer less than online auction prices because they need a profit margin. Now about cleaning. Let me be crystal clear. Never ever clean a proof coin. These silver proofs are incredibly sensitive. Even a gentle wipe with a cloth can leave visible hairlines under magnification, instantly killing its value. If it's toned or hazy, you're better off leaving it alone. Professional conservation is the only safe method, and that's something best handled by NGC or PCGS through their restoration services. One more thing people forget. Silver-proof coins have intrinsic silver value. Each Wisconsin S silver proof has about 0.18 troy ounces of silver, so it will always be worth at least its melt value. But for collectors, it's all about condition, rarity and top grade, and keeping that untouched proof finish intact. So is this coin a jackpot? Not unless you've got that flawless PR70 decam example and the right buyer. But as a part of a complete silver-proof state quarter set, it's a must-have for collectors who appreciate the history and artistry. And if you want to keep learning which coins actually deserve the hype, and which are just internet legends, rare coin, collecting is here to give you the truth. No clickbait. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, and you're serious about knowing what really matters, this is the place to be. Subscribe, stay informed, and protect your wallet from the hype. They say there's a Wisconsin quarter out there that could make you rich overnight. You've probably seen the viral posts claiming this simple state: quarter is worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, and no matter what. But here's the truth, and it's far more interesting than the hype. The Wisconsin state quarter was released in 2004 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, celebrating Wisconsin's admission to the Union in 1848. The reverse design is one of the most recognizable in the entire series. A proud dairy cow, a round of cheese, and an ear of corn, symbolizing the state's rich agricultural heritage. But the version we're talking about right now is the S-clad proof strike, and that's a coin that never entered general circulation. Now here's where many collectors get confused. The S mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, but the clad proof version isn't made from silver. It has the standard copper-nickel composition, 91.67%. Copper and 8.33% nickel, just like a regular circulation quarter, but with a mirror-like proof finish. These were made exclusively for collectors and sold directly by the U.S. Mint in special proof sets. Mintage, only about 2.7 million, were made of far fewer than the hundreds of millions of circulation strikes from Philadelphia and Denver. That low number makes it scarcer. But scarcity alone doesn't mean every example is a jackpot. These proof coins were packaged and preserved, so most remain in pristine condition today. That means collectors expect them to be nearly perfect, and anything less drops the value quickly. One of the most fascinating things about the Wisconsin quarter is the famous extra leaf high and extra leaf low varieties, where an extra husk leaf appears on the corn. But here's the kicker: those dramatic errors are only known on circulation. Strikes from Denver, no genuine S-clad proofs with an extra leaf have ever been confirmed by major grading services. If you see one being advertised online, treat it with extreme caution, because odds are it's altered. So what actually gives the S-clad proof its real value? It comes down to condition, grading, and demand from dedicated collectors who want a complete set of state quarters in top condition. Coins graded PR69 decam or the elusive PR70 decam by PCGS or NGC are the ones that bring the top prices, and yes, some have sold for impressive amounts, but those are the exception, not the rule. One more thing: cleaning a proof coin, even with the gentlest touch, can destroy its mirror finish and slash its value instantly. These coins are all about eye appeal. A single hairline scratch under the right light can turn a premium coin into a common one. So here's the takeaway. The Wisconsin S-clad quarter is a beautiful, low-mintage collector's piece, but it's not a golden ticket from your pocket change. It's a coin that rewards knowledge, careful handling, and the patience to find or keep one in flawless proof condition. If you're a coin investor, collector, buyer, or seller, and you're serious about knowing what actually matters, then this channel, Rare Coin Collecting, is made for you. We're here to cut through the hype, uncover the history, and give you the facts you need to build a truly valuable collection.